Hey Mustangs, welcome back to another show of MCS. I'm Noel Chittister.
And I'm Joe Woodburn. This week we have some fun things to show and tell, so make sure to keep on watching.
Good morning, Friendswood High School. Please stand for the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for a moment of silence. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All national merit classes have been rescheduled, and all of the SAT prep classes have been canceled. All registration checks for the SAT class are not going to be cashed as well.
Attention all Senior Interact Club members. The Friendswood Rotary Scholarship application deadline is now April 20th. Please email Mrs. Malone if you are in need of an application or have any questions.
PTO has extended the deadline for scholarship applications and recommendation letters up to April 17th. You can also email your letters of recommendation to Jolyn Brand at jolyn3208@gmail.com.
Congratulations to the Mustang swimming and diving team for their hard work at the 5A All-State Honors Competition. Many members were placed in the first and second All-State teams, with others receiving honorable mentions. Way to go, Mustangs.
Klein Elementary first grader Max Nito and Winsong fourth grader Roman Nito have been working with their parents to make protective face shields for healthcare providers. Amazing work, guys. FISD is extremely proud and grateful for you both. Your efforts were outstanding.
Now let's go to Josh Zaff and see what the weather forecast is looking like.
What's up, Mustangs? I'm Josh Zaff with this week's weather report. Starting us off, this weekend has a chance of rain, with Friday at 30% with possible showers, and Saturday and Sunday being at 80% with thunderstorms. These days will increase in temperature, with Friday in the high 60s, extending up to the low 80s on Sunday. Going into next week, temperatures will dip down to the highs in the lower 70s with lows in the 50s and 60s. Next week will also bring about sunny and partly cloudy skies, making it perfect to go outside. That's it for this week's weather. I'm Josh Zaff. Back to you.
Thank you so much for that awesome weather report, Josh. Now let's go to Lindy Grubbs with her report on the farmers market.
Hi, I'm Lindy Grubbs with MCS News. Today, we are here at the Bay Area Farmers Market right near Baybrook Mall to show you what kind of products they sell and how it can lead to a healthier lifestyle.
Bay Area Farmers Market is a true farmers market. We are a producer-only farmers market, meaning that the vendors here sell products that they have produced.
We grow everything ourselves in a smaller plot, which means that we can grow it a little more healthier. We get a little more fuller growth out of each plant. For example, with our farm fresh eggs that we have, you get a little meatier of a yolk, and so you get a little bit more and they go a little bit farther.
So our stuff is fresh. It's not like in a restaurant, like in a grocery store. Most lettuce in a grocery store is about 16 to 17 days old times it gets to the grocery store.
Our first year at Bay Area Farmers Market was the good, the bad, the ugly. We learned a lot of things, trial and error. Although I have many years experience in farmers market, managing a farmers market was a different challenge.
Despite these troubles, vendors are still able to provide a variety of options for the customers.
Well, you've got an array of different things. You've got baked goods, you've got coffee, you've got vegetables, you've got beef and poultry and eggs. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff for the consumer that's out there looking for special things where they carry it all at a farmer's market, especially a big one.
Our honey comes straight from the hives. We don't process it in any way, shape, or form. What you purchase in a grocery store has typically been heated, about 160 degrees. They do what they call extrude filtering, which is to remove everything out of the honey, primarily for the reason that it can't be traced of its origin.
All the produce that is provided in a farmer's market is not processed and is much healthier than what they offer in grocery stores.
So to offer a lot of healthy and fresh alternatives to consumers, we sell home baked goods, foods that the producers make themselves.
Everything is all natural, I think, and that's what most people look for. They don't want to really go to the grocery store and worry about pesticides and stuff that they put on vegetables. They want to be able to buy stuff that's free, that don't use any kind of weird stuff.
From Bay Area Farmers Market, I'm Lindy Grubbs, MCS News.
And now for Arts and Crafts with vMCS.
Hi, welcome to Getting Crafty with MCS. I'm Olivia Bryant, and today Madison and I will be teaching you some creative things you can do while you're bored at home. So today on Getting Crafty with MCS, we're going to be watercoloring. When it comes to watercolors, you can really do whatever you want. They're super forgiving and really fun. Like here, I just did some quick flowers, and I'll show you how to do those. So first, you're going to start with your petals, and I always start with on the outside of the rose, or where I want the rose to be, and then go in and make them smaller as you go in. And they're just kind of U-shaped strokes, and they all surround each other. And you can make the rose as big and as little as you want. It just really depends on the size of your petals and your strokes that you're making. This is optional, but if you want, you can go in and just like fix up your petals and make them darker if you would like, because later we're gonna go in and add a lighter color in between. And so now you're going to take a lighter color of whatever color you're using. For example, I'm using blue, so I took like a sky blue. And then you're going to go in between your petals. And this does not have to be perfect, just it looks better if it's a little messy and overlapping them. It just adds dimension. The leaves, you can make them whatever color you want. They don't have to be green. You can go crazy with your imagination. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's craft.
Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how you can make your own hand sanitizer right at home, given that you have the right ingredients. The ingredients that you'll need to make your own hand sanitizer will be a high concentration isopropyl alcohol. I'm using 99% here. Some hydrogen peroxide, glycerin, and tap water. You'll also need a measuring cup, a scale, a container to put the hand sanitizer, and a syringe. You can measure out the correct proportions by using an online calculator to give you a hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol concentration. This is what the CDC recommends. Now all you have to do is weigh out the correct amounts of each ingredient. For the glycerin, I used a syringe to measure it because it was a very small amount. After you've measured out the right amounts of everything and poured them into one container, mix them together well. Next, pour the mixture into the container that you plan to keep it in. Also, make sure you put a label on it. And there you go, 60% hand sanitizer, which will keep off any viruses or bacteria.
Lastly, here's a video for parents on how to minimize the amount of Canvas notifications they receive.
Hi parents. So I know that you are getting crazy overwhelmed with all of the messages that you're getting, and a good chunk of those are probably coming straight from Canvas. Since all Friendswood teachers are now using Canvas to push out all of the information, all of the work, every single time that we edit an assignment or add a new assignment, add a page, add a module, all of that editing that we do on the back end, every single time one of those things happens in any one of your classes, a notification gets sent out. But this isn't mandatory. You don't have to be getting all these notifications. You can easily turn them off. So in order to do that, what you need to do is go to the left-hand side on the top and hit Account. Of course, this is in yours. And then hit Notifications. Okay, once you're in this window, what you're looking at is all of the different options. And your options are going to be slightly different because you have a parent account, an observer account, not a teacher account. But what you should do in order to make sure that you're not getting overwhelmed is change the amount of emails you get by changing these little icons. So if you have these check marks everywhere, that means as soon as an edit is made, you get a notification. This little icon means you get a daily summary. So at the end of the day, you're going to get one summary notification with all of the different edits that are made on Canvas specifically. And for this little icon, you only get it once a week. Of course, the X is you never get it. I would not suggest using the X because we do want you to look at some of those notifications. They're pretty important. But what you could easily do is turn everything to daily summary with the exception of your announcement. The announcements are when we send direct notifications to a class saying, hey, I just added something really important, or hey guys, there's a deadline approaching, or hey, there's a meeting coming up that I want you to attend on Google Hangouts or on Zoom. Those announcements you might want to get right away. But the rest of the stuff you can just set to daily summary or weekly summary. You do not need to be getting those updates every single time one of the teachers is sending a new assignment out. You know that you can check them once a day. You know you can check them once a week at the beginning of the week and then know what your kid has to do. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please reach out to your teachers. We all know how to use this feature really well.
That is all we have today for MCS.
Thank you so much for watching.
Don't forget to wash your hands and make sure you stay inside as much as possible.
See you next week with another MCS.